Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit. You're joining us on this special broadcast where we're sitting actually at the offices of Shriram Wealth in Mumbai. And I have with me Carl Rusman, the CEO of Sanlam Investments Group. Carl, welcome to this conversation. Your association, Sanlam's association with Shriram Group has been going on for a fairly long time. You've made a bet on their wealth management and their asset management businesses. Just tell me a little bit about how Sanlam is viewing the opportunity in India, specifically with the Shriram lens.
Good. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to you. So as you said, it's been more than a 20-year partnership between Sanlam and Shriram. Sanlam is more than 100-year-old institution, and our roots are in the emerging markets. So we understand emerging markets very well. We understand the financial needs of clients in the emerging markets very well. And through Shriram, we've had over the last 20 years an incredibly good partnership. And the partnership is through culture. I think we have this very similar cultures. Part of that culture is for us to make a difference to the man in the street. All right. So in South Africa, we try to bring more financial inclusivity to clients. We try to provide very good financial services to clients who work very hard, for their money. And I think Shriram has exactly that same philosophy and the same culture and the same DNA. So this opportunity is a very big opportunity for us. We're very excited about it. How did this came about? So obviously 20-year partnership, but up until now, I think Shriram, we were more just a strategic partner for Shriram, but in asset management and wealth management, Shriram decided a year or two ago that they want to actually increase their penetration. It's a bigger business opportunity for them. Right. Why us and why did we increase our shareholding is because we think that's part of the business that we understand very well. So I look after $80 billion AUM business. We've got very good expertise. We're very experienced in asset management. We're very experienced in wealth management. So we think this partnership with Shriram to actually bring our expertise to this market, to Shriram, I think will be the combination of a global expertise with very good local penetration and brand, I think is a great opportunity for us and Shriram to enter the Indian market.
Tell me a little bit about the opportunity that you're seeing in India, right? Like, for example, with asset management, there's a lot of local players who are already well established. Shriram Asset Management is part of that entire group, but in terms of the potential business areas, what exactly are you seeing?
So India is, first of all, India is an incredibly exciting economy. Mm-hmm. So it's one of the largest economies in the world. It's one of the fastest growing economies in the world. So to be a player in this market is a significant opportunity. So how do I see this partnership going forward? If we talk about asset management, I think there are roughly about 47 as AMCs in India. Our goal would be through our partnership with Shriram Asset Management is that I think we should become one of the top 15 or 20. Okay. Usually in an industry globally, the top 15 or 20 asset managers attract 70% of the flows. Right. In every market that we are in South Africa, we are the number 1 or 2. Okay. So our goal here would be through our partnership with them to really try and get to the 15 or 20, top 15 or 20 in the Indian market. Sure. On the wealth management side, the same. I think wealth management is still a growing industry in India. I think the Indian financial system is developing significantly, but I think our expertise in wealth management, putting solutions together, we can, in a portfolio construction, I think is very critical. So what we see exactly the same. So although our assets under management and advice in the asset management and the wealth management at the moment is very low, we think with the right partnership, with the right expertise that we can bring to the partnership, with the distribution, I would like to see us that we're one of the top 10, 15 wealth managers in India, and I would like us to see being one of the top 15, 20 asset managers. If we achieve that, then we'll be a large player. It will contribute significantly to the Indian economy because you'll bring expertise to where it's really needed and bring in financial inclusion. And I think it'll be a great commercial investment for us and for Shriram.
Okay. Talking about your sort of guide path, 25 to 2030, that's the sort of roadmap that you've set for the India investments. But take us through a little bit from that.
So the roadmap that we set, so in the wealth side, I think we would like to be roughly about 5 billion of assets under advice by 2020, by in the next 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
We probably need to have roughly about 200 to 300 advisors to reach that goal. And I think once we reach that 5 billion, then I think we would like to move to the 10 to 15 billion. So I think probably about 10 years out, hopefully once we get to the 5 billion, the accelerated growth would be there.
Got it.
I'm going to come back to the Indian markets now. On the asset management side, similar. Our first goal is what we've done at the moment is we try to stabilize the asset management.
Sure.
I think there's quite a bit of volatility in the product. So what we've done is we brought some of our expertise to the business in India to work with the local portfolio managers. So what we're trying to do is first stabilize the product, stabilize the investment philosophy to make sure that we can deliver what we said we're going to deliver. That's the first,
right.
Let's say the next 6 to 7 months.
Right.
Once we stabilize the product, then we would like to increase our product set and to bring more product to the client base, and then also to work with a little bit more solutions in the asset management industry. Mm-hmm. And as the product set improves in the asset manager, I would like to see quite a significant amount of the asset management product being distributed into the wealth management, so that you can actually work through that ecosystem.
So one feeds the other, essentially.
One feeds the other. Again, I think India has significant growth opportunities. I think you see something like $3 billion per month coming into the industry. The SIP product set is very well developed. You see advertisements all over Mumbai. So as the SIP industry start developing, as our product sets start developing, as our wealth management and advice to the clients start developing, I think then we can participate in that ecosystem. And as the industry keeps on growing and we get to our full set of market share, mm-hmm. I think we can just keep on growing. But importantly is we need to provide the clients the right product. So on the wealth management side, I think we're going to try and grow as fast as possible because we're putting different products together.
Right.
On the asset management side, as I said, I think we just need to stabilize the product, make sure we deliver that product, and then we'll add to that.
There's considerable international investment interest as well. You've got BlackRock already actively pursuing the AMC line of business here in India. How do you expect the competitive landscape to play out?
So I think most of the large players globally definitely is looking at India. Mm-hmm. But India, I think, is a very, very specific market. Right. So I think India is different from other markets. Yeah. So first of all, I think the Indian investor has a very specific risk appetite and profile. Gold plays a big role, real estate plays a big role, and equities is actually only now coming to the fore. So most global players would like to, I think, to enter into the market. I think the challenge is that you need to have a very good local partner.
Right.
So what our benefit is that we have Shriram is 20 years, there's a lot of equity and a lot of value in a 20-year mm-hmm. partnership. It's a very well-established brand. So I think it's a perfect global local partnership for us. So I think it puts this increase for us, puts us, I think, a little bit at a better position than many of the other competitors that either need to find a local partner or try and find their feet in this market. Right. So I think there's going to be, you'll see more increase. I think you'll see more asset management companies, AMCs, being set up. I think many of them would be successful, many of them would not be successful. But to give you an idea, South African market is significantly smaller than the Indian markets, but we have probably 100 asset management companies within South Africa, but still the flows go to the top 10 or top 15. So I think you're going to see more, and I think it's also good for the industry. So the more players you come into India, the more I think your product, your margin would shrink. I think the more investment will come into the economy, and all of that is good for the Indian investor and for the Indian market. So we would welcome more players coming into the market, provided that they keep on developing the local market.
You also hold considerable stake within the insurance arms of this group as well. Is there an idea where Sanlam would enter the Indian financial services market on its own or through a different partner apart from Shriram?
No, definitely not. So in India, we've got three growth vectors in Sanlam. South Africa, which is our heritage and our roots, we roughly 30% market share, and we would like to maintain the 30% market share and grow with this African market. Right. Our second big growth area is Africa. Okay. There we entered into a partnership with Allianz, which is the largest insurance company in the world. And our African businesses roughly own 51% Sanlam and 49% Allianz, and that's the second big growth vector, but we're going to grow in Africa through that partnership.
Sure.
Our third big growth opportunity is India, but we're only going to grow into India through Shriram. So Shriram is our partner here, and we're not going to enter into any other opportunities or set any other businesses other than through the Shriram partnership. So their strategy and where they see growth in India, we will follow that and we will help where we can. So even on the insurance side, you probably know that we have roughly 40% in insurance businesses. We are looking to increase that to 50%. We're waiting for regulatory approval. But that's also areas where we think we can help Shriram in terms of a bit of more insurance, short-term, long-term insurance expertise, similar to the wealth management. But all our growth would be through Shriram in the areas that Shriram wants to grow. And that's us. We're an emerging market insurance company. So we're not looking to grow into other parts of the world.
I want to ask you one last question, and this is with respect to the Indian market itself, right? A lot of new financial services, whether it be wealth or whether it be asset management or insurance, a lot of journeys start with a lot of gung-ho, but then you end up in a situation where the realities of the market kick in, and then sort of people lose interest and move on. Your 20-year partnership with Shriram has yielded obviously good results, and that's the reason why you're still very excited about this market. But what keeps you hooked to India?
So India is, so first of all, we operate in South Africa in an environment that grows roughly 0.5 to 1% GDP. So what's hooked in India is a fast-growing economy. It is a major player within Asia. So Asia is is the fastest growing region in the world. India is a major player within that.
Right.
You're in the cusp. I think you're only the cusp, only the entry, the infant stage of actually financial development in India. As the Indian investor starts thinking about investing in equities, investing in bonds, investing offshore. So I think that industry is only now starting to develop. And if you think roughly $3 billion a month coming into the various products and as SIPs develop. So this opportunity set is incredibly exciting for us, and I think this journey is going to continue to grow. And if you want to invest in an area or a country in the world today, I think India is at market. So we have a 20-year partnership with Shriram. It's a great partnership for us. And with all these opportunity sets that we cannot think that we want to be in any other place in the world than here. So it's the country, it's the demographics of the country, it's the growth of the country, but it's also the financial services sector, the regulatory environment, the product development. So I think it's a perfect set of opportunities. If you think back, if you're going to sit here 20, 25 years and you look back, I think it's a perfect opportunity set to now to invest. And again, we're a 100-year-old company. So even if there's a little bit setbacks, even if the market doesn't grow that fast, maybe a year or two from now, even if you maybe have some one or two regulatory changes to protect the consumer or to protect the investor, we're very comfortable with that. We understand the emerging markets. We're here for 20, 25 years. We want the clients to be comfortable for 20, 25 years, and I think that makes it a fantastic opportunity. So this is a big growth area for us as a group.
All right, Carl Ruthmuth, thank you so much for joining us on this conversation. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.